Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hello.
Today, Delaney and I will be discussing episode 10 of Voltron, Legendary Defender Collection and Extraction, second to last episode of the season. We're going over every Voltron episode. Check that out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Delaney, let's get right into spoilers for this episode and the previous ones, except not for Black Paladin yet. Rip Allura.
Rip, not Rip. They're
Rip.
gonna go save her.
Rip, she's dead. Goodbye.
She can't be
Bye
dead.
forever.
They're gonna save her.
Bye forever.
No.
What's your eulogy for Allura?
There isn't a eulogy because they're gonna save her.
Nope, she's gone forever.
But this episode, 2 episodes ago, I was like, okay, what else can Allura do? Like, hello, she can do whatever she wants. She's super strong. Okay, I'm seriously though, like, this show is so good at anticipating, literally watching the last scene and I'm like, she's so strong, why doesn't she just pick him up and throw him? And then that's what she did. Like, good job.
Yeah.
I can't even be mad, because I was like, literally, she could just pick him up and throw him. Who cares if he's gonna stay? She picked him up and tossed him. Like one would toss a beanbag. This is just... Okay, so let's, checklist, what can Allura do? Okay, so apparently they're a chameleon race.
Yeah.
That is such garbage, but I'm fine with it.
Rude.
And, I mean, that's such a, it's a really convenient, oh, that's why we're, such an awesome, race of people. We, we're really diplomatic and all this stuff, because we can literally change what we look like. Yep. Okay, I mean, I can buy that, but it's, was not what I was picturing when her abilities, so she can, that was cool. I'm fine with this. And then, and I was getting kind of she kept she didn't fight anything, and I was like, darn it, Allura, just punch something. And then she slams through a heavy metal door and just tanks out this dude. Allura,
yeah.
Based on this evidence, I think she could probably murder every single one of the paladins.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Rip heads off.
I mean, she can just make herself any size she wants and then just crush them. So.
And then my question is, okay, so she made herself bigger. I'm assuming that's just an appearance thing, but Altanes are just freakishly strong.
Oh yeah. It's not clear whether her strength increased with her. Yeah.
I'm assuming she's basically Kryptonian. She can just do whatever she wants and has if she started breathing fire, I would be like, oh, I'm fine with this. We don't know what else you can do. You're an alien. Who knows what else? Who knows?
Yeah. So a lot of Allura stuff. Overall, I think this episode's one of the best we've had in a while.
Yes, it's pretty solid, across the board.
There's one big flaw for me at the end, but other than that, the humor's really good. We got a lot of stuff with Allura that we wanted. Everything was pretty interesting. We had potentially our best fight sequence since episode 3.
Also, some of the best dialogue in the series.
Yeah, some great dialogue. My big problem, to start with the problem, is that I don't understand why they needed to close that door. I feel like if they're getting onto a ship to go away, can't they just close the ship's door to lock the sentries out before they take off? So why do they need to close that door to avoid having all those robots spill out? I don't understand that.
That's a really good question. I think it was more about it's because of the ship was going into hyper speed, hyperdrive, whatever it is. Yeah. Super fast.
But why do they care if the ship's door is open or not?
Oh, yeah. You mean closing the sentries? That is a good point.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't. I kind of hate forced conflict like that. That makes.
Yeah, I don't know. It just. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super bothered by it because, I think it was more of a timing thing because, the ship, they were literally almost onto the ship, and I don't know. It just, I'm not super bothered by it. It's so typical. At least it wasn't an airlock, Dylan. We should just be happy it wasn't an airlock.
So, yeah. But yeah, I was not thrilled with that. But everything else, literally everything else in the episode was really
I was shocked. I never thought, I didn't think they were going to go this, Allura's getting captured route. I'm not pleased with it, but I'm shocked they did it.
I mean, it's another typical story element, so I guess I'm not surprised on that level, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I'll call this the second best episode of the season so far.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah, so let's go over Um, so I think for me the highlights are Allura and her like literally okay, so like when is Allura gonna go and do stuff, and we have an entire sequence of that, them being surprised and Allura going to the field, right? So
Yeah.
that's number one. I think the Keith and Space Druid fight was really good.
Yes, that
The
was
mystical boss fight against this thing that disappears, reappears, and is annoying and
yeah.
shoots stuff at you. It's like, ah, why can't I beat this thing? It keeps disappearing.
I would hate if this was a video game. I would just be like, I'm so done with this level.
I think that fight isn't necessarily inherently interesting, but just the production of it, the way
It was really just great to watch.
the way it's animated, and again the sound design so good on that. Watching that with headphones on Netflix is really good. So that was just excellent. I don't. Again, we have Keith like doing things, but not like being a person. But whatever.
Yeah.
I think we had some good jokes in here. We had explanation of quintessence, which we'd been wondering about. No, it's not just mana; it's like a form of oil. Really,
It's like a form of energy. Yeah.
So it's like the most efficient oil in their universe. So it's not just the mystical magic, right?
It's not the force. It's
So I'm glad we got that. We had Pidge hacking stuff and being awesome. I remember the other time I've seen the Pidge the boy to girl trope was in this video game Danganronpa. There's literally the Pidge character in that game, so that's why that's like literally everything about like hacker, like boy to girl, like seriously everything. So I remember this now, and we have this episode of everything. We have discussions of computer science classes at the garrison. Hunk is like, I remember an algorithms class. I'm like, I took algorithms. Like, and he said symbolic logic. I took symbolic logic class. That wasn't in my algorithms class, but I took that. And then we have innumerably infinite sets. I don't know who on the crew knew this stuff, but there's a bunch of artists, but maybe. Yeah, that's nice. So I guess I don't know. Do they have different specialties at the garrison, where like Hunk and Pidge, like the CS majors, and then like?
Well, they did say like he Hunk is their engineer, and then Pidge was their communications officer. So I feel like they're like they go to school to be like specific things.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe based on their scores, because like we had said, like Lance, like he was a cargo pilot, but he got a little bit better and he got up to fighter. So like maybe just like there's like subsections and stuff.
Yeah. We have slightly further discussion of the amorally from stuff from last episode in the beginning. It's like your father wouldn't approve of using his memories like this. And then we kind of table that, but at the same time, it's at least good to address it again.
Yeah.
They talk about their strategy for like how to beat Voltron. We hadn't seen any of that. It's like we got to go and just go to Zarkon, and Chiro's like, no, we have to just go around freeing people. Yeah. So, but then that all subverted by the end, I guess.
It's like, oh well, we got to go.
Just enough for them to have to actually face Zarkon and then escape and then regroup and then do their smaller mission next season, probably.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Best of both worlds with this.
I mean, they have to save her. Like they can't
she's dead. Don't worry.
We all know we have to have her. One, she's awesome. Two, like we only have 2 girls. Like come on, like we gotta.
If anyone's safe on the show, it's the only 2 girls in the entire universe, right? So
basically.
Hunk doing the signal with the robot guy, I thought was funny.
It's pretty good.
We have
Pidge backhanding Lance with the robot was excellent.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Oh, my favorite Hunk joke since his I was the head was what's in the thing? I suspect that it's sporks, right? Yeah.
And like the looks they give him.
He's like, this is super alien race. I assume that they've learned that it's more efficient to have one tool for.
Oh my god,
that was really good.
It's pretty stellar. Also great. There are sporks in space. Good to know.
We have our small Keith Lance moment. Leaf. I guess that's our name. But yeah, is Lance being like, don't walk through that door, Keith. and then he does it anyway. Lance thinking that he can just dictate his bay's movements.
Like he has any authority over him.
Yeah,
You're a paragon of leadership, Lance.
yeah, that's good.
Pidge.
We had Shiro and Allura. Are they doing Shiro and Allura? They might be. They went on the mission together.
They might be. Shiro. Well, there wasn't really anything. They kept holding hands, which is adorable to me, just because Allura is huge and just like dragging tiny human along. Shiro at the end of the episode was kind of like, we have to save her. And it's like, are we going this route? I don't think we are, but we could be.
Yeah. We had more video game. Literally, Shiro said he timed the AI
so
guards'
good.
patterns in order to escape. Like, why is this literal a video game? Like, come on.
It's. I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with it. It works. Also, I mean, it makes it they're robots, so yeah, they're on a set path, so it's legit.
We had who was imitating Allura? Lance? Or
No, it was Hunk, because he was like, "Does Allura talk about me when I'm not in the room?" When are they ever in the room when you're not in the room? Like, no one hangs out with Allura. You all are all literally in the same room.
Yeah, that was really Hunk. That was number 3 Hunk joke of the series, was him imitating Lance's dreams of Allura, and including a Twitter was my favorite word in that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then the backhand, whoops.
Yeah.
I never heard someone say whoops so sarcastically before. That was pretty good.
Very strong Hunk episode, humor-wise.
Yes.
He's still literally Bolin, but that sports joke is totally something Bolin would have said.
Yes.
Big is. We had a great. We're going back to our Avatar Korra roots, and we're having excellent like side guard talk.
Yes.
I get his name wrong all the time too. Was really good.
So good. No, literally, we were in the Fire Nation for a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah, we on
a scale of 1 to 5, how bloodthirsty are you? 1 being.
Yeah, that was again too. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, that literally fake Fire Nation talk. It's really good. I'm glad Joaquin and Lauren have learned. Tim, I assume it's more from Tim's side, but yeah, they've learned the Mike Bryan patented guard talk. Maybe Tim was more involved in that one. Yeah, anyway,
maybe.
Yeah, we talked about quintessence. Yeah, the bloodthirstiness. Keith seeing the druid do the ritual. That whole druid fight was just real good.
Yes.
The lightning, like, I guess that druid's just like a mage.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
They're just doing magic.
We didn't necessarily know that was a druid. Do you agree with my language that
I mean, it's a druid, but yes.
I don't think they called it that though.
No, well, they didn't talk about it. Like, I mean, we have established that they're druids. Like, they've said that before.
I assume that is what the druid is, but I don't.
Yeah, it's a druid.
And then Witch Haggard is something different, and it's not a druid.
No, I think Witch Haggard's like in charge of the druids.
Yeah, I agree she's in charge of the druids, but I don't know if she herself is a druid.
Well, she could be like the head druid and like have like extra mystical powers, but they call her witch, and it's like, okay, witch
is
druid.
I mean, we know our fantasy tropes. Witch is different than druid, so
it's true.
These are different classes.
Yep. So we'll have to see.
Let's go through all of their. I don't know what the deal like. I'm forgetting what the concept is. The D&D chaotic neutral. Like, let's go through that for each of our characters. Now that what classes are each of them? They're all like is paladin a class because they're all just
paladin is a class.
So they're all just paladins.
They're all paladins. Don't worry about it.
I mean, come on, guys. Like that's the most boring D&D party you can have. 5 paladins. Like, let's get creative here. Let's have some different classes going.
It's not even boring. It's like the most OP like group. Okay, we're all just gonna be paladins. Like,
and then like
that's not fun.
And then like the sixth friend comes in and it's like, I want to create my own class. I'm going to be a chameleon. And it's like, no, come on, go.
But I'm a chameleon who's super strong, and I can throw all of you.
Yeah, that's what
5 human paladins is like the most boring party ever.
Yeah, come on, guys, get your party together. Like, geez. And then Keith, and then they like come extract him. That sequence with the lion coming down was really like good. Like, it felt like really substantial.
It was also like, I keep forgetting how big the lions are. Yeah, because we see them in space, but then other times it's like, oh wait, I forgot, it's a giant lion.
It's just it's a giant lion. But yeah, just the production on that scene was so good. And then you're going to Zarkon Central Command to extract Allura. I
I did
guess.
enjoy the we're translating it. It could be Galactic Hub
Oh
or
yeah, I forgot
Space
about that one.
Base.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Space Base, Team Space Base, yeah.
Yeah.
Lance pretty great this episode.
Oh, he's always great.
Oh man, how times have changed from less than 24 hours ago when you were out on Lance.
I told you that like after episode 1 he's fine. It's just because I saw a path for Lance. They didn't take that path, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
So-
Okay, next episode, the finale. Let's make our final predictions.
Allura's not dead.
Okay, my prediction is Allura's dead, and they
She's
come
not
to
dead.
rescue her, and they find her dead, and then the show takes a dark turn.
Well, the show can still take a dark turn, but I'd really prefer that Allura's not dead.
Okay, Okay, so what? Actually, what are we gonna have any sort of? How's the season gonna end? Are we gonna have any sort of romantic endings for any pairings?
I mean, I really want a Leith ending, but I don't think there's really going to be any romance. I'm expecting more of like somebody's going to get magic or something like
What do you mean someone's gonna get magic? Like they're gonna?
like the quintessence. I mean, just imagine something has to happen. So like they had Keith like. So he got hurt, and then he kept staring at his hand. And then as soon as that thing exploded, I was like, "Oh, his hand's gonna get healed." That's what happened. And then,
Oh yeah, that we didn't talk about that. Keith's hand has like magic infused now, right?
yeah.
So
So
couldn't that do
maybe he has
something?
magic.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know how quintessence works.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a bigger payoff with quintessence because now I know what it is, and I'm expecting you to do something like ridiculous, or maybe a big reveal about the magic, like what the heck Witch Haggard is doing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What do I want from this finale? We've checked most of our boxes here. I think we need the finale is called the Black Paladin, so that's
Yeah.
referring to one character, but I don't know what that. I assume we'll get some big Shiro thing happening.
Yeah,
Maybe
and maybe the Bayard, like maybe they'll find the Bayard.
Yeah.
Some sort of like big transformative thing happens. I
Yeah.
don't think we're really gonna see Zarkon. Like, I think it's gonna be kind of like we're on the ship, we're gonna rescue Allura, and then just like get out.
We might fight Zarkon. I'm
Like
not sure.
honestly, it could be like the beginning of A New Hope, where they're just like on the ship and they're like, "Yeah, Darth Vader's there," but stuff like that.
Yeah, true. If we are doing Star Wars, then that would, yeah. Character wise, I feel like they might do a Shiro and Allura ending.
Yeah, they might. I don't really
might.
want them to though, but they could.
We'll see.
Yeah, we just have to like I don't know.
And then Lance sees it and is all distraught, and then Keith comes over and is like, "Don't worry, babe."
comforts
right?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's what should happen.
So that's what's gonna.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe we'll find Pidge's family.
Oh yeah, we're definitely finding Pidge's family. Yeah, we're going to Zarkon Central. That's where the Pidge's
Yes.
family is. Yeah, we're going to extract Pidge's family.
Like
Yep.
maybe they'll be kind of turned kind of the way Shira was. Like maybe they'll have, like
interesting. Are we going to get Dark Pidge, or this Pidge's Dark
Dark
family?
Pidge.
Yeah.
maybe we don't know.
Yeah, so okay, that's true. So we're definitely finding Pidge's family. We're definitely rescuing Laura. We're definitely doing something with Shiro and his Bayard. That's
Yeah.
for sure. And I think that's all the things we need to do. I don't know if there's necessarily anything else.
There's not really anything like we like absolutely have to do. Like obviously they're not going to defeat Zarkon because like that's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know how many seasons. I don't know if the show's technically been renewed, but yeah.
Yeah. But like I mean he's right. I mean you don't defeat like you're not going to end 10,000 years of terror in like 5 minutes. So
Why not?
I mean
I mean, honestly, like comparing to Star Wars, these villains seem much more competent than like
true.
the Star Wars bad guys. There's no Death Star. Like
we had the Force Awakens base in the Rock.
we had the Force Awakens base in the Rock.
Yeah,
Explain.
like they
What?
literally.
Oh yeah. They're in.
That's
Yeah,
literally what it was.
yeah. I
I
do
mean,
like
it wasn't a Death Star, but
I do like the concept of the space in this episode, though. Like the off the radar type.
oh,
thing.
and it's a hidden base. That's again literally Star Wars. So
Okay, so we will see. Delaney and I are about to watch the finale, then talk about it.
Big
It's going to be
stuff.
exciting. I predict nothing revolutionary will happen. That's my prediction.
predict there's something that's gonna happen that's gonna blow us away. Like I'm ready. My body's
I don't
ready.
think so. We'll see.
Okay, they got us with Pidge though. Something could happen. We don't know.
They're giving Josh the finale to write. I think that's interesting. Tim is this episode. Josh is the next episode. Okay, we'll see. Yep, let's overlyanimated.com and look for our next one on the Voltron finale. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.